Welcome back to the ESPN Esports studio. Phil Murphy here with you. And just like that, we are at or near the end of Stage 1 of Overwatch League. Yes, this is the last week of regular play before the Stage 1 playoffs get going. And we've got some power ranking to do. Tyler Erzberger, why don't you join and help us out with this? By the way, if you want to see the full list of rankings, just click the link in the description or head on over to espn.com/esports. Tyler, at number 5, the Atlanta Reign. Right now they are 3-2 and have work left to do to get into the playoff picture. They have to take out both Chengdu and Houston. How do they do it?
Anytime you talk about facing Chengdu, the answer is you have no clue what you're about to see. Chengdu is going to be the biggest hurdle for Atlanta to make the playoffs. But I do believe they have it in themselves to clear the Hunters hurdle and get through the Houston Outlaws and make it to the Stage 1 playoffs. This team is talented. Defians, the Danish superstar. A lot of people are asking if the Twitch streamer could translate his fun, kind of memey, trolly ways from the internet world onto the offline stage. And while we've seen other streamers before kind of clash with their teams, not really fit in, he's kind of molded the Atlanta Reign in his image. The teammates of Defians have said they love him. He's easygoing. The hot tub is the place to be at the Atlanta Reign house. They love to chill in that pool. This team is calm, cool, and collected, and I would be very surprised if we don't see them in the Stage 1 playoffs.
Tyler, checking in at number 4, the Toronto Defiant. They're well on their way to the playoffs at 5-2, but they don't play this week. So what are you doing if you are a player on the Toronto Defiant?
If I'm the Toronto Defiant, I am just continuing what I'm doing right now on the stage. Unlike other teams in the league, like the Reign and some of the other teams we're going to talk in front of the Toronto Defiant, this team wasn't expected to make a fast start into the season. A lot of these players came into the season as relative unknowns from the South Korean region, while other teams like Runaway, Gangdu Panther, and other big-name Korean orgs were picked up. These players were more or less known. People thought that Toronto might struggle coming out of the game, but we've seen Yakpung, Ivy, Stellar, and the entire team really come together. And with Neko coming off his suspension, the team is really coming into his own. And Toronto, while maybe not a finalist contender right now in the Stage 1 playoffs, I do think they are setting themselves up for a very, very fruitful first season.
Tyler, at number 3, the team that was number 4 last week, the San Francisco Shock. They're 4-3. Mathematically, the Reign are ahead of them. The Shock are off this week. Atlanta plays twice. Walk us through the scenario that we would need for the Shock to make it into the Stage 1 playoffs.
The Shock just need a little bit of help. The reason why the Shock are so high is because when they win games, they dominate. And the losses they've had against the top teams in the league, they've played very, very well. They've only been 1 or 2 plays away from taking those series. San Francisco Shock, do not be surprised or shocked, hence the pun, that if they can make it to the Stage 1 finals, because the Shock are an excellent team from top to bottom. Violet, the rookie flex support. You have Sinatra, who might be the best Zarya player right now in the Overwatch League. They have so many DPS players, they could fill out numerous rosters of how much talent they have on the roster at the DPS position. This might not even be the best meta for the San Francisco Shock, and they're still excelling. Right now, if I had money, I would not be betting against the Shock. Don't be surprised if they can knock out one of the top 2 teams and make it to the Stage 1 playoff finals.
That is quite a claim, Mr. Erzberger. Let's talk about those 2 teams. No change from last week, so I'm going to go ahead and spoil both of them. Titans from Vancouver at 2, New York Excelsior at 1. Now, NYXL is off this week. The Titans have the last match of the week against the Charge. Tyler, looking at these 2 teams, who has the best chance of knocking them off?
I actually do think that the Charge have a pretty good shot of taking out the Vancouver Titans.
Wow.
The Titans, unlike the New York XL, the Titans play with reckless abandon. This is a new team to the league. They're new to the Overwatch League. Bumper, their star main tank, he goes crazy. He doesn't care if he's flying off the map. As long as he takes someone with him, he's good. This team is exciting to watch. They're very, very wild. They're very aggressive. They're the best offensive team in the league. But as you know, Phil, defense usually wins championships. And for a young team that's, gung-ho and all on the offense, when you're, feeling yourself, you might get a little bit too overconfident. They almost lost to Chengdu, and I think that the Charge could topple the Vancouver Titans and take their first loss of the season.
Tyler, I got to say, though, as a neutral, part of me wants to see these teams meet each other in the playoffs. I feel like that would have been such a compelling match during regular play. We didn't get it, so no disrespect to the other teams who are going to be in the playoff picture. Just personally, they've been the class of Overwatch League. I would like to see them play each other. But analysis is your job, not mine. We'll talk about it, I'm sure, down the road. Tyler Erzberger, thank you so much. And for more Overwatch League coverage and coverage from the entire world of esports, keep it locked on ESPN.com/esports.